How you guys doing this afternoon?
God is good.
Praise God. We like to come down here and preach the gospel and be about our Father's business. That's what we call ourselves, be about our Father's business, because they asked Jesus what he was doing when he was 12 in the temple, and he said, I was about my Father's business. So that's what we want to be, about our Father's business too. So we like to usually give a news update that goes along with our little Bible study. And you guys all know about all the volcanoes going off, right? Increased earthquakes, increased volcanoes, increased diseases. Matter of fact, in China, over 600 people have now got a flu that if you get it, 40% of the people will die, guaranteed to die. So if that flu becomes a pandemic worldwide and comes here, we're in big trouble if they don't come up with a vaccine quick. So it's all prophetic things in the news that have to do with what's going on. June 14th, the latest death toll of the Guatemala Fuego volcano. The eruption has risen to 114 people dead in that volcano. Also, another unrelated Guatemalan volcano also erupted, called, I think it's Pacaya or something like that. So, and it's not related to that one. So we got two volcanoes going off in Guatemala. On June 15th, lava flowing from the Kilauea volcano in Hawaii's Big Island has claimed as many as 700 homes. Probably up to close to 1,000 now. So, you know, for them, they got Armageddon going right on one part of the island there. And that was reported by CBS Honolulu affiliate KGMB reported. And also, closer to home, we got Yellowstone National Park, June 22nd. CBS DFMW.com reported that historically dormant geyser in Yellowstone National Park has been anything but dormant recently, and visitors can't get enough of the water show. It has also sparked conversation about whether a super eruption could soon be expected in the region. The Steamboat Geyser, that's what it's called, is now the world's largest active geyser. It has erupted 10 times in 3 months, but it wasn't always so exciting. Normally it takes 30 years, you know, to erupt. It's already erupted in the last 3 months 10 times. So the experts are really getting a little nervous. Before this year, Steamboat erupted 10 times in nearly 30 years. So normally it's 30 years, now it's 3 months, 10 times. That'll tell you the difference. So according to officials, the activity is spurred on by large magma fields sitting just below the park. There's been a lot of hype about the supervolcano of Yellowstone and the potential for a super eruption, said Wendy Stovall of the United States Geological Survey. But she says there's no evidence that we will see from all the monitoring equipment that we have that there would be a super eruption anytime soon. So basically they're saying they don't know, but it doesn't mean there can't be. It means we got to keep our eyes on that area. When you see geysers that normally go off 10 times in 30 years and they go off 10 times in 3 months, that raises an eyebrow, right? Amen? Lava from a major eruption could cover multiple states with ash clouds if that volcano did go off, stretching from Chicago to Los Angeles, but the supervolcano hasn't erupted in 70,000 years or so for now. Officials say visitors can focus on what the park really offers, a chance to see something spectacular. There doesn't seem to be a direct relationship with these eruptions and the supervolcano. Michael Poland of the USGS scientist in charge of the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory wrote in an email to CNN. The geysering is reflecting processes that are occurring in the shallowest part of the system, tends to perhaps a few hundred meters deep, whereas the magnetic system starts about 5 kilometers down. Poland wrote, geysers are supposed to erupt, and so that's what we're seeing as normal behavior. So they're saying it's normal even though, you know, it doesn't look normal. So they don't want there to be panic. So according to CNN, the Steamboat Geyser is in an area of the park called the Norris Geyser Basin, known to be the hottest and most changeable thermal area in Yellowstone. Major eruptions over the past several weeks have been occurring with surprising regularity every 6 to 8 days. And the 9 eruptions in 2018 ended a period of quiet that lasted 3.5 years. So that's how long it's been since this has erupted, says the USGS. Before March 15th, the last time this geyser spewed was in September 2014. Now, most of the 2018 eruptions occurred at night or during times when the area was closed to visitors, unfortunately. On June 4th, however, the geyser put on a show starting at 9 a.m. and the USGS scientists were on site to witness the spectacle. Now, there are phases to an eruption of this geyser. The eruption began with what is called the water phase, said USGS. On this particular day, the water phase lasted for 30 minutes. Hot, silica-rich water erupted to heights beyond 200 feet high. That must have been something to see. Scientists said the roar was just impressive, just as impressive as the visual spectacle. Every once in a while, rocks, some the size of baseballs, shot up in the air and were ejected with the water to astonishing heights, the statement continued. After 30 minutes, steamboat enters what's called the steam phase, said officials. Here, the eruption is dominated by the high-speed ejection of steam with a sound that really sounds like a jet engine. This phase can last for hours or even days. Now, I got something else to report on that's happened recently, too, that I added to this last night. Hail the size of baseballs leaves trail of damage in parts of Dallas, Texas, reported by ABC News. Knocks out windows in several cars. And that was reported on June 6th. John Denholm reported this is a storm that dumped baseball-sized hail over Dallas suburb Carlton early. Early that week. That was June 6th. Okay, also in Colorado, hail as large as teacups slams Colorado. And that was Tuesday, June 19th. Several storms swept through eastern Colorado. They said you can't even imagine what 20 minutes worth of hail the size of teacups or baseballs sounds like hitting a roof. Basically sounds like Armageddon. And you know, the book of Revelation says there's going to be 100-pound hailstones. You're talking like bowling balls. I mean, I wouldn't even want to imagine a bowling ball hitting me, but even one the size of a baseball, it's almost guaranteed death if something like that hits you. Traveling a couple hundred miles per hour. So that concludes my little news update. We'll be having the Bible study soon, which will tie some of these things together as to what could be causing these things, and a warning sign about these things that came. Last year we got a warning, and this is the results, what we see on the news from that warning, and we'll go into that soon, okay?